Hey folks, Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to yet another Thursday live stream. Today we are going to talk about what's up with Nifty. I mean, it just gives us a feeling that maybe things are becoming better by the day. Nifty starts to rise, and then again there is some news, there is a pullback, and we just keep on waiting and watching as to when will Nifty ultimately start gaining momentum. Uh, I'll be honest, when I read one news day before yesterday, I was so excited. The news about UAE quitting OPEC and OPEC Plus. How many of you have read that news? Because I would want to talk a little bit about that, and I would want to give you my thought process on how can that impact not only crude oil prices but obviously our stock market. So, a quick yes or no on have you read the news about UAE quitting OPEC and OPEC Plus, the cartel basically. We are going to talk about that, but before that, I can see a lot of new members have joined in. Saptagiri Smile, okay. Parth Malhotra, then Prathamesh Desai, and Chitra Midhun, and Ashish Kumar, and who is that? Hello, DM3G. Okay. Welcome to memberships. And thank you so much, Hemanji. Thank you for the super sticker. I think I'm not sure if the super sticker that I will have to go from YouTube studio to see the actual sticker. Here I can see only super sticker like this. Okay, but thank you for that. And of course, namaste. So let us quickly start discussion on this one news, which is about UAE quitting OPEC and OPEC Plus. This news came up on the 28th on Akshay's birthday. So I was like, Akshay, what was so? I mean, is that a thing that you had planned on your birthday that you would want to influence this decision? Okay, just kidding. But the news came up which mentioned that UAE is going to quit OPEC Plus from 1st of April, that is tomorrow. Now, why is this important to understand? See, if you have seen my video on petrodollar, you will understand that US and Saudi, okay, very important storyline, please pay attention. US and Saudi, they had made a handshake deal. Handshake deal is basically no proper sign offs, okay, that Saudi will ensure that crude oil from the Middle East is sold by pricing it in dollars. And in return, USA will ensure that there is defense or anything related to safety. All these things are supplied to Saudi. Okay. Saudi also in turn said that we would want to, we will convince other states from other countries from the Gulf as well. So what had happened was that somewhere around 1970s till date almost, the thing the terminology called as petrodollar came into existence, whereby all these Gulf countries were selling crude oil mandatorily, almost mandatorily in dollars. Okay. Acha, what about the crude oil production? Okay. Crude oil production was decided by a cartel, which is OPEC Plus. And what was happening is that they used to decide, acha, only this much production will be done. Okay. Because if more production is done, if more production is done, it is as good as supply will be more. And if supply is more, automatically what will happen is that crude oil prices can cool down. Okay, now understand. That was the reason why Saudi Arabia was acting like a monitor, and Saudi Arabia primarily was involved in the decision of which country will actually produce how much crude oil. Okay. What was happening in this whole scenario was that UAE wanted to produce more, but they didn't have that enough quota. They had more production capacity, but they were not as good as allowed to produce more and sell more. At one point in time, UAE might have decided that enough is enough. Let us quit OPEC Plus, and that is what the news came up day before yesterday. And they said, starting 1st of May, we will not be a part of this cartel. What does this mean? This means that they can produce whatever amount of crude oil they want to, and they can sell. Number two, they can also sell it probably in some currency other than US dollars. Will they? Of course, they would want to keep US in good books. So they may not sell it completely in a different currency, maybe smaller amounts. Primarily, I still believe that they will still price it in dollars. but maybe some smaller chunks, they would want to also price it in something other than dollars as well. That is also possible. Pooja, if you can just share the link of the petrodollar video that I released, that any of you who has not seen that petrodollar video, please, please, please go and see that. It's a wonderful video. I mean, I should not say that to myself, that I have made a wonderful video. But I'm telling you honestly, me and my research team, we have done so much research on that to understand, to make it more and more and more simple, to crunch the history of more than 40-50 years into 2 to 3 minutes. So that's an honest effort from our side. Please do watch this. Pooja has already shared the link. We'll also pin it in the pin comment, and we'll also put it in the description. But that will help you understand this concept of petrodollars. Okay. So when this news, anyways, now when this news came up on 28th of April, I thought that immediately the crude oil prices should come down. Did that happen? No, it did not. Uh, maybe what I feel the reason was that even though UAE produces more, ultimately they'll have to pass it by the Strait of Hormuz. Correct. And if Strait of Hormuz still is into doldrums, if it is still facing clean passage problems, there are still blockades in the Strait of Hormuz, what will they do with the extra oil extracted? Okay, they will not be able to sell to the same tune that they would want to otherwise, right? So that is one of the big problems that might have come, and that could be one of the reason why UK oil or overall crude oil prices did not drop as sharply as they should have. So even I tried to Google out that yes, we have been talking about the Strait of Hormuz 100 times. We have been talking about that. Isn't there any other route through which UAE can actually supply crude oil? And of course, I started searching on it over the internet. I did find some articles, and that is how I actually tried to locate it on Google Map. And let me share that with you all. Some very interesting data point that you would also like to see. So, see, this is, I hope the map is very clear, India. And here you can see there is this Habshan pipeline. Okay, Habshan pipeline is what I'm talking about. So this is where there is a big crude oil. This is where crude oil is a oil field. Crude oil field is what we can say, right? So there is a big pipeline from Habshan. From here, I can also show that in all. I'm not sure. Okay, AI mode mein aayega kya? Some information. How long is the pipeline? Yes, it's a 406 kilometers pipeline. Abu Dhabi crude oil pipeline, Habshan Fujairah oil pipeline. Okay. It can transport 1.5 million barrel per day with a maximum surge capacity of up to 1.8 million barrels per day. Okay. So now let us go back to how it was looking on the Google map. Google map, where are you? Where did the Google map go? So should I? Where is maps? Maps. This is Fujairah. This is Fujairah. Where is Habshan? Okay, somewhere here is Habshan, and from here, basically through a land route. What is important? Habshan is a part, of course, of UAE. From here, it goes right up to, where is Fujairah? Fujairah. So what happens here is that this entire choke point is bypassed, and you directly land into Fujairah. So this is big pipeline. I'm sure there'll also be some images. Let us see if there is some. Not a good image though. No good image here. Let us just check if I can see some nice image. Okay, is this a good one? Not bad. This looks like a good image. This is Saudi Arabia also. This is the Strait of Hormuz. This is the Fujairah port that I was talking about. This is Abu Dhabi oil fields. So you can imagine from here, this is the east-west pipeline. Okay, from here the Abu Dhabi oil fields it will come here, and from this pipeline it will be going to Fujairah. Now once it goes to Fujairah, the biggest point is that this choke point has already been taken care of, and from here we have the Gulf of Oman, if I'm not mistaken, and from here towards Nietzsche, here you will have Arabian Sea and all that. So it will be very easy for us to buy oil, and Strait of Hormuz choked and all that. That will be a comparatively lower pain point. Okay, so is that a good news for us? Yes, but then even I was wondering that this pipeline anyways existed even before. Yeah, exactly. I also mentioned about that. The limit is 1.5 to 1.8 million barrels per day. So that is one problem point. Number two, there may be some more restrictions, because ultimately this pipeline of course did exist even when the Strait of Hormuz whole problem was going on. But why no one was talking about this pipeline like maybe 1 month ago or 1.5 months ago? I'm not sure. I was just trying to search and I found out a few articles. I was referring to that. Plus, one good point is that yes, of course, Strait of Hormuz can be bypassed. But if you and me know about this, I'm sure Iran also knows about it. And Iran might say that if you're trying to, हमसे पंगा ले रहे हो, so we can give some, some point where we can. I mean, I don't think they would want to use some missiles or whatever on near these pipelines. But of course, Iran also understands that they may be, if Iran's importance, I can say, if Iran's importance is at stake, then I'm sure they may want to threaten uh, UAE regarding this as well. But hopefully, we do get benefited, because why am I talking about this so much? Because ultimately, for us, it is crude oil. If crude oil doesn't come down, it is going to be extremely difficult for us. Markets may not perform well. Our overall USD INR will still be under pressure. We have hit an all-time low today. I hope you are also checking the currency prices. I hope you are checking the oil prices. This is what is driving markets right now. So, for example, if I were to understand about Nifty, current today, let me just close this off. Today, a perfect doji is what we have seen. Neither bulls nor bears won this. But have a look at oil, Brent crude oil, and you can see that today, let us see, crude oil. Oh wow, thankfully 2.5% it is down right now. But yesterday it was up 8% almost, and right now it's 2.5% down, but still not as much as we want. Look at USD INR also, crazy levels today. If you see, the highest point or the rupees lowest point that we saw was 95.33. It's not what we would want. It is only because of the crude oil thing that we are the problem, that Strait of Hormuz is still not working as efficiently as it should. USA, Israel, Iran still not 100% solved. So many uncertainties, because of which markets are still not going aggressively in the northward direction. Okay. Any key levels that I would want to talk about, and something about May month that I would want to talk about? Yes. So before that, let me quickly share my screen and show you some key data points. As far as April is concerned, first, so we are at the end of the month, so we would first want to check one more time. Let's check the pivot levels, any specific pivot level which is extremely relevant for us right now. Absolutely our favorite 23,800 level. Okay, 23,800 is absolutely an important level. We have talked about this so many times. So in fact, we are pretty much today. What is today's low? Oh, 23,796. This, so today's low itself can be marked as a very important level. Unfortunately, if that gets broken, then 23,500 could be one more level, the low. And then if that also gets broken, then this gap has not been filled. So hopefully we don't come that low, but we have to, of course, know the levels, right? If some good things happen, then what could be the immediate next resistance level? 24,600 could be one resistance. And after that, the next resistance could be 24,800 to hai hai, but I guess then in that case it should be nearing 25,000. Okay, but right now, is the sentiment overall bullish, bearish? What for that? It's not such a wise thing to check the longer term averages like 200 DEMA or 150 DEMA. If I'm wanting to check immediate next, what next? For that, let me just close down 150 and 200 DEMA because that tells us a little bit longer term trade. See, 50 DEMA was challenged yesterday itself, and 50 DEMA was broken. I mean, was broken, of course, 2-3 days earlier only. But yesterday we tried to challenge that again, but were not successful. We closed below 50 DEMA, and ultimately we are taking support at 20 DEMA. See, 20 DEMA is like, and it's like a very short term average, right? But if 20 DEMA gets broken, that too on some news thing, a big red candle, we do see sharp corrections as well. So big red candles, 20, 50 DEMA cutting same day, that would not be a great sign. But otherwise, 20 DEMA also is like a good short term support. And we are that green line basically that you see right now is 20 DEMA. Okay. What about month of May? How has May been for the markets? Last year, 2025, May gave a positive return of 1.7%, so not a big move. 2024 May month saw a downside of only 0.3%, so nothing. 2023 May Nifty saw an up move of 2.6%. So all in all, Nifty has been not giving massive moves, somewhere around 2% moves in the month of May. Of course, if I go back and back, the data can change. Just as an example, 2021 May was like 6.5% up. But last 3 years, if I'm just considering last 3 years, it has been in a zone of almost 2%, 2.5%. Nothing super big. Okay. So even if it is 2.5% on the upside, I'll be more than happy. Let's see how market behaves. If I'm talking about Q4 results, yes, some hits, some misses. That is what we are seeing right now. If you have any specific questions, would be more than happy to answer that. But before I start reading the comments and before I start taking questions, I hope everyone knows about one important webinar which is coming up, which is fundamental analysis using AI. It is quarterly data season, and I'm sure everyone wants to learn as to how can you quickly analyze quarterly data. So for example, if you have 10 stocks in your portfolio, you don't have time to go through all the management presentations, con call transcripts. How would you quickly understand was the performance good or not? For that, of course, AI can help you. But I always say this, for AI, you need OI, which is original intelligence. And you need to know which tool should be used for what. So why am I saying which tool should be used for what? I'm going to discuss not only ChatGPT, we are going to discuss Perplexity, Claude, and Notebook LM. And through these 4 models, I will teach you some very important pointers as to how can you track your quarterly results, how can you get institutional level reports, how can you generate with AI, some quick hacks to know more about the company, how to test your knowledge about a company in a fun-filled manner. All these things I'm going to cover. Notebook LM is like one of my favorites for that. So we are going to cover a lot of points in this fundamental analysis using AI webinar. Anyone who would want to enroll, please, you can hurry and enroll, because I know there are still 10 more days to go, but more than 120 registrations already there for this webinar. And it is a limited batch as usual. It's maximum 500 people that I can get enrolled for the batch. So it's good if you can enroll as soon as possible. For everyone, CARRYT, that is the coupon code that I always definitely give a shout out to. So anyone who is wanting to enroll, don't forget to use that coupon for some additional discount. Okay. Chalo, with that, now let me move on to your questions. Let us check. Starting from the very first one. Okay, UAE can transport directly through Port of Fujairah to India without, exactly, that's what we discussed, right? Raviji is saying, belated happy birthday. Thank you for Akshay. Okay. Ma'am, for what business should we see QOQ and YOY? For all sorts of businesses. It's not important that you check only QOQ. You should check QOQ as well as YOY. But if it's a seasonal business, very important point, if it's a seasonal business, ideally you should never check QOQ. You should always check YOY. For a reason, obviously. Let's say I am talking about a company like Varun Beverages. Maximum sale is going to happen somewhere around summers. If you were to compare summers ka quarter with winters ka quarter, and if you say that the result has dropped, the rainy one that has dropped, previous quarter was so better, maybe something is wrong with the company. It's a seasonal business, so QOQ will never help. It will always be YOY for a seasonal type of business. If it's a normal routine business, both should be checked. Okay. Ranjit ji is saying it was like an undiscovered stock. The maybe he's referring to that pipeline, the Fujairah one pipeline. Astro science for stock market. I am not sure. I have never checked it. I feel fundamental analysis, technical analysis are more than enough. Okay. Breakout in Reliance is what Raviji is saying. Let us check. Everyone, go to Indo Trading View. I hope now everyone knows as a pattern that we try and also check stocks during our live streams. Unfortunately, everyone knows that I'm not allowed to show any stocks, latest price at least. Latest price I'm not allowed to show. Last 3 months I cannot. So for that, there are so many members. Our community members are absolutely knowledgeable. They understand charts so well, and if they can tell you yes this is happening, then why not? It's a process that everyone learns from each other. I want everyone to open Reliance daily chart and give me a quick yes or no. Okay, quick yes or no for daily time frame. Reliance Industry 20, 50, 150, 200 DEMA. Check this. Is Reliance above? My question is Reliance above 20, which is an extreme short term average, 50, still a short term average, 150, medium term average, 200, long term average? If a stock is above all of these, there is a possibility that, so rather than talking about the price direction, I can say that it is showing strength. Very simple. Why? Stock currently, if it is above all these four averages, I'm saying that stock is in that case above all the key moving averages, be it short-term moving averages or be it long-term moving averages. That is important. So everyone can check the chart and see if Reliance is above these moving averages or not, and then okay, I'm getting answers. Techie Hassan says yes. Raviji is saying yes. Techie Hassan says did not go above 200. Really? Let me go back. Check properly, Techie Hassan. Okay. Okay, Chetana is saying yes. Team may not show strength. The stock is. Oh, he's saying maybe the team may not show strength. The stock is. Okay. Fair enough. So I hope Reliance Industries, everyone is clear about the moving average. As I mentioned, 20 extremely short-term moving average, 50 medium-term, 150. Sorry, 20 extremely short-term moving average, 50 short-term, 150 moving average as a medium-term, 200 as a longer-term. And if a stock is trading above all, that is showing strength. Why? It's above all the key moving averages. Okay. Raviji has also talked about one more chart. He's saying double bottom in Coal India. Everyone check and give me a yes or no. What do you feel? Is Coal India showing a double bottom pattern? I was searching double bottom, Coal India. On a daily time frame, is it? Which time frame is he referring to? Raviji, which time frame? Okay, I'm doing some different analysis right now. Just a second. I found a different interesting analysis in Coal India. Wait, but I'll have to remove the latest 3 months data for that. Just give me a second. Okay, replay, start new. Okay, the latest one that we have is December. एक जास्ती का ठीक है. No worries. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right. And now I'm sharing my screen. This is Coal India. Okay. If I were to draw this line from the very beginning, this is what, 2010. This is a monthly chart. Okay. I've joined this high. I've joined this high. I cannot show you. This is the last candle that we have is December candle. But of course, I could have shown one more candle, which is okay. It is very similar to here. Now, what you have to check is whether the stock is breaking outside this candle or not. Okay. If it, because see, why have I not taken this? This could have been done, but then this touch point is lost, correct? Plus, it was there up there for a very brief moment. If you can see, one candle finally broke out. Immediate next one was a doji, and immediately then it came inside this. Okay. So if the stock breaks above this, then I can say that this horizontal line, in fact, can act as a resistance. So two resistance back to back in that case for Coal India. But do check this. Where is it? Achha, now I'll stop sharing my screen and everyone tell me the trend line that I had drawn. Okay, the trend line that I had drawn. Has the stock broken out of that? Yes or no? Is there a breakout from that level? Yes or no? The trend line that I drew. Yes or no for a breakout? Quick. So next time, everyone, please carry extra laptop or whatever. That is how. I would have loved to take an RA license, but then there are so many restrictions on teaching also. I have read the RA guidelines are extremely strict. Every time I have to say anything, there are a lot of restrictions, and I believe I'm a teacher. So even if I can tell you this is the trend line, you should be able to at least see what has happened after that trend line, and that is how you will be able to understand, right? Okay, I can see a lot of yes no's. Some people are saying fake out, uh, no answer as well. Yes, no, mixed answers. I don't think there should be any confusion if you are taking only the first two swing highs. If you are taking first two swing highs, I get a lot of. So how many? Ek, do, teen, char, panch. It's a 50-50 almost. But okay, I think it should be easy for you to check. Okay, Techie Hassan says OFS's breakout in daily time frame. Can it go break previous all-time highs? Let me quickly check OFS's Oracle Financial. Monthly candle is a super candle. Oh God. Not sure if there was some news. On a weekly time frame, it does look interesting. Very interesting. Also check the volumes. Volumes are very nice right now. I'll do one thing. Hide. Okay. I'm gonna do something fun. See, I cannot comment or I cannot show the prices, but volume, of course, I'm allowed to do that. Now, if you see, this is the volume and this is latest volume. Latest volume in Oracle. Have a look at this candle. Huge volume. And all this is daily time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days back to back. Amazing volume. In such cases, always try to analyze charts wherever you can see stock price going up, and that too with good volumes. That can be definitely a stock to watch out for. And what is the RS rating for that stock? Wow, RS rating is 91. Good. RS rating of 91 is again a good one, which shows RS. By the way, RS is relative strength. The strength is also very good. Raviji is saying good find OFSS. Okay. Right. Good to add more. Unfortunately, I can't give answer to that, Techie Hassan. I'm not allowed to say buy, hold, sell, whatever. That's your choice. Okay. All right, today we discussed, I think, 2-3 stocks, OFSS, we discussed about Coal India, we discussed about Reliance. Very important, we also talked about crude oil, USD INR, one new Abu Dhabi pipeline that we discussed today, and how it can also be beneficial. Hoping that crude oil prices soften a little bit, because till then it is going to be extremely difficult for us to have a good movement in Nifty. Okay. So I think this is it. From next Thursday live stream, please try and have one more laptop, one more device with you, through which you can also check the charts. Next Thursday, I'll try and see if I can get some monthly breakout stocks, and it'll be fun to check monthly breakout. Should we do that next time? Yes. I want a quick yes or no. Next Thursday live stream, should we do a live stream on monthly breakout stocks? If I get at least few yeses, then I can consider that as a topic for our next Thursday live stream. Anjit is saying the pipeline was a good discovery. I'll also go deep on it. Okay, yes. Very nice. A lot of yeses on that. So sure, next Thursday we'll do weekly and monthly breakout. Oh, chalo, theek hai. Monthly breakouts will be more fun, because that is going to be our first Thursday of the month, right? So, chalo, theek hai. If I feel some nice weekly breakout as well, we'll definitely talk on that as well. But next Thursday, again, I'm repeating, have one more device with you, so that you can also do that, do the analysis with me simultaneously. Okay. Again, a quick reminder for the multi-baggers, not the multi-baggers one, fundamental analysis using AI webinar. Don't forget to enroll for that. Limited seats, and definitely you can enroll. Link is there in the pinned comment and in the description box. Monthly breakout and stocks with excellent financial results for FY26. Yes, we'll do that next week. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.